Hey, glad you can make it, because today we are playing more Minecraft while Barlock builds. And I might be talking. That's just funny. Okay. Still doing the picture-in-picture thing. Everybody seemed to like it last time. And if you look, like, right where my cursor is pointing here, you'll see that we don't know exactly where this decoration is coming from. It might be coming from vanilla. It might be coming from a mod. No telling. But we're now decorated for Halloween, kind of. Like, I see the jack-o'-lantern on Barlock. Barlock says he sees a, what was it, witch's hat? Orange witch's hat on me.
Yeah, orange witch's hat. Yeah.
While picture-in-picture shows it as something else with RIP on it. I believe that it looks like it's a cemetery stone. So, I think, yeah. Yep, that's what it looks like. So, and today's project is, I'll let you tell them.
One of the more ritzier district's houses again.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So we're doing a rich house today. Is this whole markup down here part of it, so it goes off to the side like that?
Yep, that's all of it.
Cool. Horse keeps saying hi to you.
Yeah, the horses are here.
You know, I think Bob disappeared. Was it Bob? Did I name him Bob? I can't remember. Used to be a pig out here that was named.
The pig might be over there in the ranch area.
Now I gotta go look. Huh. There's a new building over there, Barlock.
That's a future project.
The building next to the future project is a future project?
No, that just was finishing out the farm and ranch area. I got bored that one day I was sitting here waiting, so I built.
Yeah, I was bad last week. I somehow overslept when we were supposed to record. But I still had the recording from the previous week because of other problems the previous week, so I published that instead.
And that works. That's why being ahead is good, right?
Yep. Except this one will get published on Thursday, so we're only like 2 days ahead.
Oh, okay. So I know when to watch. Because I like watching what you look at now. We're doing chisels and bits again this time, I see. Well, you guys made me learn it, so I might as well use it, right?
Makes sense to me. I didn't make you learn it. I just said I thought you would have some fun with it. And I seem to be right. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, I saw the horses. I didn't know there was a donkey around here because I heard it make a noise.
Yep, there's all sorts of critters around this area for some reason.
It's always funny how the horses and the, well, just, you know, the donkeys and horses always tend to like just splashing around in the water.
Well, I'm pretty sure we don't have chickens in this game. We have duckins.
Yeah, they like splashing around in the water too. All of the well, no, actually fish and cows. I mean, not fish. Cows and pigs. I don't know why I said fish. Cows and pigs don't tend to be in the water as much.
Yeah, cows only cross the water if they have to. Same
Yeah.
with pigs, but the horses and the chickens are like half duck.
Yep. And of course, as always, we have tons of squid in the area. There's squiddies.
So, as usual, how's your week been?
Well, so far it's been really good because I had my daughter this weekend.
Oh,
Because they
excellent.
had a extended weekend because of the holiday yesterday. So she doesn't have to go back to school until tonight to be there for tomorrow.
Ah,
And
so you gotta take her back?
yep, sad part is it's a long drive, which is good for hanging out with her. But it takes an entire tank of gas to get there and back. So, and then she wants to come back up this coming Friday, which means we have to go get her again, which is fine. But, another tank of gas. Well,
Well, I
two
don't know
tanks of
about
gas.
where you're at, but where I'm at least the gas prices have been going back down again.
We're somewhere around $3 a gallon right now.
Okay, so it's not. See, we're only at 253 here.
Yeah, I don't know the exact price. I just know that we're not like over 3 at the moment. So my wife is better with the prices because she drives the car more often because of work. So I don't drive very often at all because of pills make me dizzy.
Oh, that's not good.
Something you get used to after a while when you have to take them.
Yeah, although even with you being dizzy, you probably drive better than most of the folks out there.
I don't know about that, but I would hate
You definitely
driving.
don't drive enough then, because those people out there are nuts.
They are nuts. But out here they tend to be nuts in the way of being slower than they should be.
Well, I don't mind slower. It's the one that is all the way over in the left lane and decides he's going to make a right turn right in front of you.
Oh yeah, yeah, not a big fan of those.
Yeah, 3 lanes of traffic. And then gets mad because everybody honks.
Yeah. Yeah. You had to make the chiseled windows too because they wouldn't have matched up with the walls, right?
Yeah. When you make chiseled walls, you got to make chiseled windows.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope. Once you start with a chisel, it's kind of hard not to do everything chisel. Well, most of it chisel. But I already really like this. Looks good.
Thank you. I noticed one thing in the view that they get from me. They don't see the ghost images of the chisels and bits when I'm placing them.
No, they don't see any of your UI because that's basically what it is. It's only showing your view, not the user interface that you have on your client. Because it has no idea what you're using on the client.
Yeah, but that's what I noticed from the last one there.
Yep. They can't even see the cursor or the fact that you have anything in your hand to know that you're about to place it.
Yeah, I noticed that it was like I'm just standing there staring at something. They can't tell what I'm doing.
But part of that is because this is a client-side only mod, and Minecraft does actually share other things' views, because it needs to know, like, where you're looking and all that kind of stuff. Like, my client knows which direction you're looking, or else I wouldn't be able to see which way your head was turned. And since I can do that, the picture-in-picture mod can take that information and go, well, then this is where the head is located, and this is where it's looking, so therefore this is its view.
Oh, I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah. And you could actually add... You could add as many as your computer can handle. So, like, if there was 10 people on this server, I could have all 10 of them showing up there.
Well, you'd have to make them a lot smaller then, right?
Yes, of course. But it's also possible to, like, set it up to where you can just see the faces of all of the different people, and then you can switch between them rather easily.
Oh, cool.
Because, like, if I hit the button to toggle between at the moment, all it's showing is your face in the top right-hand corner of my screen. And then whenever I toggle it again, that expands to become your view.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a fancy house.
Yep.
And see, the TV in the living room actually sounds kind of loud to me, but I'm not hearing it in my microphone headphones, so I'm guessing y'all are not hearing it either.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
In fact, a lot of things you say, oh, excuse this or excuse that, I never hear it.
Sometimes I do in the microphone, but like this is something I'm hearing outside of the microphone, so. But do excuse any sudden like noises, laughter, things like that, because my aunt is babysitting a 2-year-old again today. And every once in a while he'll just, make noise, which is fine.
Yeah, baby.
She won't be able to babysit him for much longer, because when we move, he doesn't live out there, so.
Aw.
So let's see, you're using quark clay tiles, which I like. Just regular smooth sandstone, and then vertical birchwood planks. Cool. So this is basically all quark and vanilla materials at the moment. Just done in chisels and bits.
Right. I've been trying, because of our move that might be coming up, I've been trying to stay in things that you told me were in the other pack.
Right. Yeah, we're planning on switching packs to a creative pack that has already been made by somebody else. 99 blocks, called Grand Designs. Really like the pack, but there's one mod that we would like him to add to the pack for us to change, and that is Tinker's Construct, because we have a lot of Tinker's Construct parts in some of these buildings. And it would be a pain to try and find an alternative for those. But 99 blocks is a very busy person, so hasn't gotten around to that yet. We could just use that and, just say add Tinker's Construct, and which I might end up doing, and then just hoping but he does actually add it in the future, like because he did say he would. So he just hasn't had time to get back to Grand Designs. It's not one of his major mod packs that a lot of people are playing. Because a lot of people are playing his Simple Life 2 mod pack.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Yep. Although the patrons have all decided they didn't want to play that one anymore, and now we are playing Skyblock Godless.
Well, it isn't that we didn't want to play it anymore. We had loads of fun with it. It's just we completed all the quests, so there's not much to do other than socialize.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I said one of the things that I want a server that's just going to stick around for like a long time. And so the Coop Life server is going to be that server. It's just going to stick around for a while. I want it to be kind of like the community place. Like if we decide to have any events or anything, we can do it there. So we can make our event venues and do stuff like that. Like it might be kind of cool to just have a patron party one day, where just everybody who wants to shows up on the server, and you know, we act like we're having drinks and just hang out, talk, and have fun. Just different things like that. Maybe some games and whatever. So I'd like a server that kind of handles that. And I don't want vanilla. I want a little bit of modded. So I think Coop Life, because it is a low-end pack, it doesn't have a ton of mods in it and stuff, is actually a pretty decent one to use for that. And then we've got the series server, which is currently Regrowth, because I'm still doing a series on Regrowth with Phoenix and Thera.
Yep.
And then the patron server, the main patron, it's the flavor of the month server, basically. And that is now currently Skyblock Godless.
Yes.
It's the one.
Hard.
It's the server that will change the most often.
Well, as hard as it is, we won't be changing for a while.
Skyblock Godless is not really that hard. It's just it is especially since there are 3 different Skyblock mods in that pack. So
yes.
You've got what are they? Parachronology, done by Zendarva. You have the, what is it? Not Modern Skyblock. That's the name of a mod pack that uses it. It's Skyblock Resources is one. That's one of the tougher ones. And then you actually have Ex Nihilo Creatia, I think is the subtitle of this one.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I went with because I knew it. I started in Ex Nihilo, but I'm learning a little bit of the Para one.
That's the one that uses the moments from
Yeah, that's the one I'm learning.
Yep. We've actually had that one before. There was a point where I was making a mod pack called Saph, I think it was. Or, no, it might have been the one that I was making for Purple Mentat. Either way, it was a Skyblock map or mod pack, and I was making it, and I was using Zendarva's Parachronology. So we've played that like a couple of years back. It was on a different version of Minecraft, and then Zendarva updated that to 1.12 so it can be used again. So, my client froze for a second there.
Oopsie. Do you want me to stop?
No, that's fine. It was just a split second. So having 3 of them means it's kind of, you can pick whichever one. You can either decide you want it to be a little tough and go with some of the tougher ones. Like, to be honest, Parachronology is actually one of the tougher ones. until you have a mob dropper. Once you have a mob dropper and you can get those moments a whole lot faster, it becomes a little more simple.
Oh, okay.
Now you still have to worry about getting the other tiers of moments, which come from higher end mobs. There are some moments that you can only get from things like ghasts and stuff like that. So that you can't really do with a mob dropper.
Doesn't sound like it. You can't even do it at all.
And then Sky Resources, at least it has a decent guide built into the game, so you can see what it is you need to do. And then, of course, Xnilo, which supposedly has some... The new one for 1.12 has some new machines and stuff to make automation of some things a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like I said, I barely got started on it, so I just have a tree, some food, and a platform.
Tree, food, and platform, that's always good. That's your
The only
start.
thing that I'm not liking about it is there's no way to get a light source right away. So you can't expand your platform as big as you need it.
Unless you do the half slab trick, yeah. Because if you put if you put half slabs on the bottom layer, nothing can spawn on them.
Yeah, but then you can't do the safety walk either. You fall off slabs.
Possibly.
Well, let's say Barlock falls off slabs.
Yeah, but in this particular pack, there is something called the Forgiving Void, which basically you fall and then you just fall back from the sky and land back on the ground and you're fine. Can't die.
I didn't know that.
You cannot die falling into the void in that pack.
Oh, okay, cool. That's better.
Yeah, it's the way the pack comes because of I don't know exactly why that mod pack, like, it's basically a kitchen sink pack. I mean, so much kitchen sink that it even has 3, skyblock mods when you normally only need 1. So I consider it a kitchen sink skyblock pack, kind of like Sky Factory normally is, unless you do it on some sort of expert mode or something.
Oh, okay. Like I said, since Xnilo worked, I started Xniloing because I knew that.
Now, when we switch again, I think we'll probably go like back and forth between Skyblock and non-Skyblock, because people, they go, "Ooh, I'm up for some Skyblock," and then if I try to do Skyblock again after that one, they go, I'm a little bored of Skyblock now. So I'm gonna switch between.
People are fickle.
Yeah, I'll switch between the two. So the next time we do Skyblock, I actually want to do something like Modern Skyblock 2. It's gonna be it's tougher.
Ooh, okay.
I want to do it on the it has like 3 modes. One of them is just a kitchen sink mode. It's just made to you just use all the mods that are in it. Fine. Then you have a slightly tougher mode that has some progression in it. To make it, where you can't use this mod until you've used this mod, kind of thing. And then, and that one's modeled after some of the expert modes of some of the other mod packs. And then it's got an even tougher one, which is even more I just said the word and now it just disappeared. Words are hard.
Yes, words are hard.
It's got even more progression in it. That's what I was thinking of. So it's even closer, from what I gather, it's closer or possibly surpasses things like Age of Engineering, which are extremely progression based. So I think that one would be interesting. I think it would take the community a little bit longer to get through it. They couldn't, like, my community, I love you guys. Man, y'all can fly through some Minecraft. Just overnight. Like, I know that there's, certain people in my community that overnight will have the largest bases in Skyblock Godless and, infinite resources and, yeah. I just, doing the multiple recordings, it's hard for me to spend that much time on one server. Used to not be. Back before the nephews and before I started my own YouTube channel. Because I would just play on PM server all the time with you guys.
Yep. That was fun.
I like going up and down your stairs. It's a good place to pace. Well, not stairs, roof. And then it's kind of fun because, like, on one side, I'll accidentally fall off on the other side.
Trying to get most of the superstructure done so they can see what it's going to look like in case we run out of time. That's why I'm jumping around.
Oh, that's fine. We are at the 27-minute mark, so we might run out of time depending on what's left. Yeah, this might be a two-parter.
Yeah, these bigger, richer houses take a little bit more.
Yep. But people seem to really like seeing every step of the way, so...
Then we do what the customer likes.
And then the picture-in-picture helps for whenever I'm not looking directly at what you're doing. They can just focus on the top right portion of the screen.
Yep, it helps everybody out.
It really helps out Pirate of Old. She says she can ignore my pacing and just stare at the top right-hand corner of the screen. Because I pace and I try to stop and then it just doesn't work, and then I go, I give up drawing. I used to be like that whenever I played on the Purple Mentat server. If I was on voice with y'all, I would be pacing instead of working. My work always happened whenever I wasn't talking to y'all. I mean, I know there's such a thing as multitasking, but I'm not so good at that for some things.
I can talk and do one thing while I'm talking, but I can't do multiple things.
Right. But we are getting closer to the move, too. Because we move in on November 1st. We finally, I don't...
Oh, a new house for Christmas.
Yeah, basically. And it does... I don't... Did I talk about this last time? No, huh?
Not much, no.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's got a basement. I'm taking the basement. The only other thing that's going to be down there is a little bit of storage and the washer and dryer are down there. But I've been doing research.
So you have a man cave, huh?
Well, yeah, I guess kind of. It's not like a complete basement, so the ceiling is still, you can see the floor above, basically. The walls are concrete.
Unfinished.
Yeah, it is unfinished, but that is fine. I don't mind that. My only problem is getting. It's only got 2 plugs. One is made specifically for a dryer, and then the other one is where the washer can plug into. And so I'm going to have to figure out power down there. But I don't think it would be much to get somebody to throw in another conduit with an electrical outlet coming out of it. So, I don't know. I will see. But I want to take that one because everything else is just going to be taken. We want the... I don't want to be in my bedroom anymore if we've got space in the basement. And all the other, rooms are going to be taken, so I don't have to have everybody kind of squished in on each other like we do here. Because it is
that'll help with the tension in the house if everybody can get away from each other when they need to.
Yep, because it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath instead of a 3-bedroom.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because right now we're in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath with 6 people.
Heck.
And it's only 1,000 square feet of living space. The new one is 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. If it was 4 feet, that'd be bad. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's 1,600 square feet. But that does not include the basement because unfinished basements cannot be considered part of the living space. So.
Oh, okay.
So the basement is extra space, and it's kind of a weird house because when it was first designed, it was built 100 years ago. And when it was first designed, it was designed to be a 2-family home. So there's 2 sets of stairs running through the place because it is a 2-story plus basement house. And there's 2 sets of stairs. One, they both go to the basement, but going up to the second floor, one of them is a spiral staircase. Only the part that goes from the first floor to the second floor is a spiral staircase, but it goes directly into one of the bedrooms. Which is interesting. Did I lose you for a second there?
Yeah, you stopped talking, so I figured my Discord cut out. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I heard the spiral staircase and then nothing else.
Oh, yeah, okay. There's a spiral staircase that just goes directly into one of the bedrooms. It goes from the first floor, and that whole staircase, there's regular staircase, then there's the spiral staircase. My computer's making all kinds of weird noises. Okay. Those 2 staircases put together is in the basement. There's one that leads to the basement. Then there's the spiral staircase that leads up to the second room. But the first floor aspect of that is a room all by itself. It's just a room with staircases and 2 doors.
Oh, weird.
One door leads to the outside and one door leads to the inside. And that was supposedly, that room was the other family's entrance to the house. But it's been modified since then to where it's just a single family larger house. But they left the staircases and stuff as is. So it's a very oddly designed house for a single family. And it's so we've got basically 2 sets of staircases that go all the way from the basement up to the second floor.
Wow. God.
with one of them being that spiral staircase that leads directly into a bedroom. So that bedroom is going to be my daughter's. Because when I say directly into the bedroom, I mean directly like floor meet stairwell. So like you can literally walk over it and fall down the stairs.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if we're gonna leave it that way. We might stick a piece of plywood on top and just not worry about that particular thing. But then we also like having the extra exit for safety purposes. So, that's why we figured we'd put my daughter in there instead of my aunt, because that way my aunt wouldn't like bumble around in the middle of the night and accidentally go down the stairs.
Yeah.
And we definitely don't want to put the boys in there because we don't want them sneaking out of the house that easily.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, literally, they just go down the stairs, open the door, they're outside. Boom.
Well, I'd make sure that outside door was a secure door.
Yeah, it is. So everything is nice and secure. I checked into that. The other great things was it already had a fence because we have dogs and they allow dogs, which was good. He said, you know, every time that I've ever had a tenant who said they didn't have animals, sometime by the time we got to, by the time they moved out, they would end up with animals. So he said he got tired of telling people they couldn't have animals just to find out that they were going to have them anyway.
Yeah.
So, but we made his life easier because normally he replaces the carpet every time tenants change, which can be kind of expensive. And we told him, no, we don't want the carpet. We looked at the floors. We said, we like wood floors. We've been wanting hardwood floors for years. So, because like the house we live in right now, we have a hardwood floor in our bedroom and we love it.
Oh, wow. Cool.
It's easier to clean, Run a dust mop around it.
Doggy hair.
Yep. Run a dust mop around and you're good. I mean, it's a whole lot quicker than pulling out the vacuum.
That's the only thing bad about living up here in the mountains. You can't have floors. You will freeze.
Well, I think this episode is actually going to be just a little bit longer because I think we're going to go ahead and finish it. Because I don't see it needing an entire episode for the rest of it, unless I'm mistaken.
No, I'm almost done now. I've sped up a bit.
So, what about the floors again? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, up here in the mountains, you can't have the floors because no matter how warm your house is, the floors are cold.
Right. Thing about, I kind of up, I am kind of up in the mountains, and even in the new place, there's like hills everywhere, and it gets kind of cold. I mean, not as cold as where you're at, but I like cold, so that does not bother me one bit.
Yeah, but cold on the footsies is different than cool.
No, I like cold on the footsies. Cold on the footsies is fine. Cold on the hands is the only problem I have.
Ah, okay.
My hands get painful if they get cold.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, and that's been like that for years. Like when we first moved to Kentucky, I was like, okay, I love the cold here. And then the first time I had to change a tire in the winter, I was like, I hate the cold here when I have to change the tire in the winter. Because my hands are freezing, even with gloves on, my hands were hurting, and it's really hard to change a tire when you have painful hands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like the design of this. It looks, what style were you going for with this one?
I was looking at chalets, but I wanted it bigger than a chalet.
Okay. So I really like the design of the roof.
Yeah, it's a chalet roof.
And then the diagonal back here is just awesome.
Yeah, the diagonal fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be great because if you go on the inside, 2 different rooms get to share that nice fireplace.
That's cool. Yeah, like it.
In fact, let me light it up.
Yeah, and since everything is either chisels and bits or stone, it shouldn't cause any fire issues around here. It's pretty.
But see, both rooms get to enjoy the fireplace that way.
Yep.
Because I wanted both rooms to have the fireplace. So.
These. I thought that's what this was. The floor is made out of the trim from storage doors.
Yeah, I needed a floor that wasn't just birch planking because that would make too much, not enough plane and too much pattern. So I saw those and I said, I don't care if they're trim, they're going to become floor.
Understood. All right, so the outside is almost finished, huh?
Oh yeah, the outside's done except for the little cutout pieces where the half slabs are. I'm gonna have to hand cut all those to put them in, but they know that that's what it's just gonna be filled in with wood. No big deal, you know.
Right.
Just gotta come in and finish here by the fireplace.
Yeah, this is really nice looking. But I think we're going to go ahead and end now. But all you got left is putting in the second floor, right?
Yeah, we'll just finish the second floor and throw in a stairwell. We're done.
Yep, that works. I think this time we'll just show off the final piece whenever we come back next time. I don't think they need to see, because they already know that this is just going to extend to make more flooring. Same thing with this, and then the staircase will be about the only thing that they don't get to see put up.
Yep, like I said, that's why I was jumping around so that they could, if we ended early, they'd get the general idea what it was going to look like when it was finished.
Right. Looks really good. I like it.
Yeah, and it'll have shutters by the windows and all that good stuff, but that's all detail work.
Yes. All right. So, yeah. Thanks everybody for watching watching him build and listening to me just being silly. So yeah. Thanks in advance for the thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. I've been Saph.
I've been Barlock, and you've been Chalet.
I like it.